The Wednesday Up Late podcast is made possible with help from Inspire 9. Located directly opposite Richmond train station, Inspire 9 is the best office space and co-working environment in Melbourne. And with cost-effective, flexible terms, it's the right solution for your business. Visit inspire9.com to take a virtual tour and see for yourself.
Excellent. Well, it's 10:30. It's a Wednesday night. That means it's Wednesday Up Late. I'm Glenn.
I'm Chloe.
And welcome to everybody. Thank you for tuning in, watching. We know it's late, but you're quite possibly watching this on the back end, and, you know, it could be weeks later. Who knows?
We're still here.
Yeah, well, we are a podcast/vodcast. I hope you're watching us. You know, you might just be listening. You could be on a train. I don't care where you are, really, so long as we're coming to you. And we just ramble shit, talk about movies, and do all that kind of stuff. You can find us on all the social medias, just particularly Facebook. And we have a group there you can go into. Otherwise, find Good Movie Monday as well. You can get all of our stuff there. Go to goodmoviemonday.com. Leads you to everything you need to know. YouTube, you know, all of that good stuff. And yeah,
all of it.
That is the habituals out of the way. So how are you?
I am still very hungover from my weekend. But good, tracking along pretty well. Had a big one.
That's a big hangover.
Yeah, I mean, when you're over 30, they last, 10 business days. So here I am, still trying to survive.
Well, you know what? It's been a little time now since the Oscars, but we haven't talked about it on camera yet. So I thought I would ask what you thought of the Oscars.
No real lasting impressions,
No,
really.
And there hasn't been for at least a decade. It's just the it's such a laborious, boring ordeal these days. Like there's not. I mean, it's been a great year for films. Like it's the nominations and like exceptional, really, really good. Probably the strongest in a long time. But God, the ceremony itself. Come on, like just pick it up.
I've only seen snippets.
Yeah.
I didn't watch it. But I've only seen snippets. And I mostly go there for the dresses, if I'm going to be completely honest with you, and see what everyone's wearing, because I like, well, I don't like to think of myself as a judgmental person, but when it comes to some of the fashion these days, I love to be judgmental. So that's basically what I go for.
Yeah, you know, if I didn't have to watch it for work, I probably would have tuned out pretty quickly. Like there's a few decent moments, but otherwise pretty boring. One of those standout moments, which leads me into my next question, was John Cena naked on stage doing an appearance. But last week we talked about Ricky Stenicki.
Uh-huh.
Did you watch it?
I sure did.
Oh my God.
Clocked off
from
here and I went straight and bogarted the TV and watched it. Loved it.
You thought you might.
So good.
Yeah.
So good.
I think particularly the first act is strong, really strong. You know, when you're really getting introduced to John Cena, particularly when he's on stage doing all that song and dance. Oh my God, just the best. He
was made for that role.
Yeah.
He really was. And now going back to look at it and thinking like Jim Carrey was the lead to do that, it would have been an entirely different movie.
Yeah.
And one that I don't know I would have loved, even though I do love Jim Carrey.
I agree.
John Cena was just made for it. He's so friggin' funny. And like Zac Efron can do no wrong for me anyway. He was really, really good. It was just, I don't know. It was just funny. It was really funny.
It's a good feel-good movie.
And I know how you said that like it was all filmed in Melbourne and all that kind of stuff, but and how you still got a real LA feel. No, I got a Melbourne feel from it.
Yeah,
I really did, but it felt homey, you know what I mean? So I still really enjoyed that part of it.
Awesome. Very cool. Yeah. Very cool. There's a recommendation. People go and check out Ricky Stenicki. It's hilarious. It's by one of the Farrelly brothers, and they're the guys that did Dumb and Dumber and Something About Mary, Me, Myself, Irene. A whole lot of good stuff. So
do you want to hear some other fun news?
Yep.
I watched 2 other movies.
Holy shit. What's going on?
I know.
Is this part of the hangover?
I took your suggestion and I watched Con Air.
Oh my God. I wasn't expecting that.
Yep. Loved it.
Yep. And that Leanne Rhymes moment when he's walking with the teddy bear.
Oh, I know. And the the um the prisoner that dressed like a lady. Um, and how
Oh, yes,
Nicolas
yes.
Cage is like beating his way into the cockpit and he's just like beating the shit out of everybody. And then he gets to her and he's just like this. And then she's like, ah, and he goes, flap. And I was just like, perfect. That was perfect.
Yep. The
And
Steve Buscemi as Cyrus the Virus, and
yeah,
oh no,
so
was he
good.
Cyrus or was it John
No,
Malkovich? John Malkovich was Cyrus the
John
Virus.
Malkovich was the virus
Yeah,
and Buscemi was Gerard Green.
yeah, the guy that
He's
goes, the
so
creepy guy
good
that
at
goes off with the
creepy.
kid. Yeah.
Yeah, he's so good at creepy. And then another movie that I just decided to put on
Mm.
just cause, and I was like, oh, I'll rewatch this. It's been a while. And then as I'm watching it, I've come to realize I've never actually seen this movie. I've only seen bits of this movie here and there that made me believe I had seen this movie. Speed.
Oh my God, how? What? What?
I had always been under the impression that I'd seen Speed, but I just, because it's one of those movies that you just
Yeah.
know so well, and I realized I've never seen this movie.
Wow. And amazing.
You cannot jump a bus 50 feet. I'm sorry.
That doesn't
You
matter.
can't do that. You
The
can't do
movies
it.
that you love, you can't do any of that either. So,
No. Loved it.
yeah.
I just had a great week of great movies. It was
That
awesome.
is that, and not only great movies, like when you're going backwards and you're watching some classics that you haven't seen, and they are bangers. Like the best thing about Speed, I reckon, was the kind of the misdirection they give the audience at the start when you've got Jeff Daniels coming in as like his partner, and they kill him off within the first
Yes.
5 minutes, and it's like, what?
Yes.
Everybody, when that came out at the cinemas, was expecting him to be in the film for the duration. You
Hmm.
don't have someone as big as Jeff Daniels, and then just boom, off he goes.
Spoiler alert.
No, come
Um,
on, what, 30 years? It's not a spoiler.
but I've always got the hype of Keanu, but I've
Hmm.
never gotten the hype of Keanu in like a sexy kind
Hmm.
of way until Speed.
Well, come on, have you seen Point Break?
Mm. This is a point of contention with a lot of my friends. No, I have not seen it yet. It is
Okay,
on
well,
the
find out
list.
what Chloe thinks of Point Break next week.
Okay. Okay.
That's
Done.
that is
Write it
sexy
down.
Keanu Reeves. All right, so I regret something.
Tell me,
I regret suggesting this next game. I did it last
why?
week. Well, we played this game last week, right? And I had a whole lot of fun. I really had a whole lot of fun.
Hmm.
But then, I had to edit the show and I realized that I have to listen to myself sing.
Hmm. Yeah.
And I'm the fucker that said, let's do that again 2 weeks in a row. So we're going to do that.
It's on the internet forever.
Oh man. And the second I heard myself back and yes, I put that cut onto TikTok. I'm like,
Nice.
I put you under the bus a lot. So I thought,
Hmm.
nah, I'm going to
It's
put
fine.
myself under the
Yeah.
bus and do that to myself. We're going to do it again.
Yeah, we are. Sorry, disclaimer for everybody. Your ears are gonna bleed.
It's
Apologies.
probably a really uncomfortable part of the show.
Fun for us though.
Oh, I guess so. I don't know how fun this time it is. Anyway, who's going
I
first?
I'm gonna go first. You're probably just gonna get this one straight off the bat because
Sure.
it's classic. But Mrs. Robinson by Simon and Garfunkel.
Well, I do know what it's from, but do I? I might need a little
You
help.
know, you know what it's from.
Might need a little help.
You, Mrs. Robinson, Jesus loves you more than you will know.
Whoa,
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 whoa.
whoa.
That's obviously The Graduate.
Yes, sure is.
Also Wayne's World too.
Oh,
Yeah, because they reenact that scene.
it's a nice little callback to the hat you're
Boom,
wearing
boom,
right
boom. Is it
now.
whatever?
Party on, Wayne.
Whoa! All right. Well, this one is a bit of a nod to the other podcast that we do, Good Movie Monday. It is the very, very first thing when you listen to the show that you hear in the opening jingle. Good morning. Good
Good
morning.
morning.
It's great to stay up late. Good morning. Good morning to you.
You've told me this many times as to where this movie comes from.
Debbie Reynolds sings it.
Yeah, it's from that movie.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Singing in the Rain.
That's exactly what I was about to
Yeah.
say.
Sorry,
Yeah.
stole you. I got jumped the gun there.
It's not. I couldn't get it. Oh, I was never going to get there.
What a movie! What a movie! One of the greatest.
It is. It is. And I love that song.
Yeah, fantastic. And the
It's
number when
catchy.
when she sings Good Morning, then Gene Kelly and Donald O'Connor jump in with her and they do this musical number. It's just the best.
Yeah. Yeah. It's just, yeah. I have nothing to add to that. It's
Okay,
perfect.
Miss
Yeah.
Distracted, off you go. I saw that text message come through.
No, I didn't get a text message.
No? Oh, you
No,
look down like
no,
you're looking at your phone. It's like,
no.
ooh.
I was thinking about what you were describing. Sorry. That's my thinking face.
Sorry, Miss
All
Hungover.
right. What about Kiss Me by Sixpence None the Richer?
I know this. Ooh, it's obviously a 90s comedy.
Yes.
It's not Can't Hardly Wait.
No, but you're on the right track.
Yeah. Kiss me. Mm.
Beneath the milky twilight.
Yeah, fuck, I do know it.
Strike out the pen and make
Nah,
the silver moon
I'm
sparkling.
blanking on this one.
She's all that.
Yes.
Mhm.
Yes. I wouldn't have got that for a while. I would have gone through a lot of movie
That's
titles before I
Freddie
got there.
Prinze. Is
Yeah,
that Freddie
Rachel
Prinze
Lee Cook.
Jr.? Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. And they've just done the reboot, the gender reverse reboot. He's all that.
Oh, did they?
Yeah, didn't you see that?
Oh, no.
There you go. It's the main kid from Cobra Kai is
Okay.
the boy. Anyway,
I
it
remember
was
seeing the
terrible.
spoof movie of that.
Mm,
And like then she like, when she's doing the famous walking down the stairs thing, but then she like falls all the way down.
of
Yeah.
course. Yeah.
Classic.
Because that hasn't been done 100 times before. What about Born to Be Wild by Steppenwolf? Get your motor on and head out on
Wild
the
Ones?
highway,
Uh,
looking for adventure. And whatever comes that way. It's in a lot of movies, but it's known particularly for one. Yeah, darling, gonna make it happen.
is it like like a motorbike movie, yeah?
The motorbike movie.
The motorbike movie. It's not Wild Ones?
No. That's probably
No.
two that probably got made before this song got released.
Okay. No, I don't know then.
Easy Rider.
Easy Rider.
Yeah.
Oh,
Like if there were like there's so many films you can say that is like, the epitome of the 60s, but that one is the epitome of the 60s.
yeah.
That is just a bona fide classic.
Yes.
There we go.
All right. What about one of my favorite bands
Mm.
ever? And this is just a classic song.
Can I guess the band?
Iris.
Oh, okay.
Iris by the
Never mind.
Goo Goo
Dolls.
Dolls.
Okay.
Mhm.
That would be City of Angels.
Yes.
Yep. That's
So
also
good.
one of Jarrett's favorite songs from Good Movie Monday.
There is nothing wrong with that song whatsoever. It's like one of the most perfect songs, which leads me to Kryptonite. Kryptonite is also one of the most perfect songs there is. And my friend and I got about 3 buskers to sing that on our night out on the weekend. We just kept requesting Kryptonite to every busker that we saw, and they all did it. It was great.
Fucking hell. Did you film it?
Yep.
Oh, excellent. You might have to send me a 10-second grab.
I'll send it to you.
I'll
Yeah.
include it in the show. Oh, that's hilarious. All right, what about Lust for Life by Iggy Pop?
Oh.
Here comes Johnny and again with the liquor and the drugs and the
Ooh.
flesh machine.
Is that
He's gonna
from
do another strip tease.
Is that from what's that Woody Harrelson movie?
Nope.
Okay.
Just
Who
think,
has that idea?
just think, bunch of young guys running as fast as they can down the street. Here comes Johnny in again.
Warriors?
No, Train Spotting.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
It's the
Okay.
very first scene where they're just sort of bolting down the street.
Okay.
We're doing great on this game.
We're like 1 for 1.
Yeah.
What about Nothing's Gonna Stop Us Now, Starship?
Starship, nothing's gonna stop us now. Is that the Skeleton Twins?
No.
I reckon
But
it's in that.
yes,
Yeah.
it is.
Oh, I
Yeah.
got it right. Yoo-hoo! Thank you.
Yeah. No.
We used to have each other. Nothing's gonna stop us now. Is it? I mean, it's 80s.
Yeah.
It's
In
not.
the words will have each other.
Is it
We'll
Officer and a
stand
Gentleman?
each other. Nothing's
Nah,
gonna
I'm not
stop
gonna get it.
us. Mannequin.
Oh, fuck my wife. I hope she's not watching. She's gonna be ashamed of me if she hears that.
Shame, shame,
That's like
shame.
her all-time favorite film.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
She's got good taste, that woman.
she
Honestly, she
does.
really does.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Party on.
What about When Doves Cry by Prince? How can you
Oh,
leave me standing
yeah, that's
alone
Romeo
in
and
the
Juliet.
world and so cold? Well, maybe, but it's also from more famously, maybe I'm just too demanding.
Is it from Purple Rain?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
just,
Ugh,
yeah, like Romeo and
I
Juliet. No,
love. Yeah, don't you remember the
I
choir
do. I
singing
do.
it? Oh, chills. Chills.
Yeah, my chills were subtracting when I watched that movie.
Why?
I hate it. I hate that movie.
Oh, blasphemy. Blasphemy,
There
as
we
they'd say.
go. If you got one more, is that it?
That's it.
That was the last time we do that.
I love hearing your sweet dulcet
Oh,
tones.
I don't have sweet dulcet tones. I have, I don't know what you'd call them. Just let's just not do that again.
Next time we'll sing it in an Aussie accent. And then
No, that's not happening either. We'll see. We'll see what happens. Never say never, but
nothing's gonna stop us
how
now.
can you just leave me standing alone in the world so
Alone
cold?
in a world that's so cold. Sorry,
Here comes
everybody.
Johnny Yen again.
Thanks to you, Mrs. Robinson.
With the grog and the drugs. Flash machine.
Just
Um,
chasing you down the street and
some news
throwing
I
a
thought you would be
thong.
interested in.
Hmm.
There is a remake, and you're going to say, no, don't remake it, but hear me out. It's a remake
No.
of Little Shop of Horrors,
No.
but there's good news. Do you want to hear the good news?
Is it Jake Gyllenhaal? Because I've seen him do the stage play and it was phenomenal.
No, it is being directed by Joe Dante, who did Gremlins and Explorers and Inner
Oh.
Space and The Burbs. Like
Oh,
he's the
okay.
80s guy, and this is
Yep.
the precise type of material that he is so
Yep.
fucking great at. Also being produced by Roger Corman, who directed the original with Jack Nicholson back in the 60s. All
Okay.
right. So, and we wouldn't have Joe Dante if it wasn't for Roger Corman, because that's where he got
Mhm.
his start doing Piranha and things like that. And the film is called Little Shop of Halloween Horrors. So there's going to be a twist on it.
That's right up your alley then too, isn't it?
Yeah, but I'm excited because I mean I don't like remakes, but Little Shop of Horrors lends itself to new things as well, I think, and the fact that Joe Dante hasn't made a film since I think Burying the X with Anton Yelchin. I think that was his last one.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, so it's been a good 12 years or so.
It gives me faith. That gives me
Yeah,
faith.
yeah.
Yeah.
And like, what's the freaking what's the plant's name? Audrey 2.
Audrey too.
Yep. That kind of character is what Joe Dante's known best for.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
mean, if I'm gonna trust anybody with something like that, it's either
Yeah.
like Jim Henson or
Yeah.
which is not possible anymore, or like someone like him.
Yep.
Absolutely.
Yep. So I'm excited about
Okay.
that.
All right. Okay. I
Mhm.
can get on board with that.
Yeah,
Hmm.
yeah. Would I lie to you?
Interesting. Would you?
I don't know. Would
I
I?
thought we were friends.
We're gonna have a riff on that famous television show from the UK, and I think they did a shithouse Australian version of it. Would I lie to you? So we're gonna both tell each other something, and we're gonna just quiz each other on whether or not it's true or false.
This made me miss Sean Locke, by the way. It made me miss him
Yeah, I mean,
so
don't bring
much.
him into it because that's
Sorry.
the big shoes to fill, and we're not gonna be
And
doing anything
oh,
remotely like that.
nothing like him, but it brought it all back. But all right, tell me a story.
Well, I mean, it's kind of embarrassing. I did piss myself when I was watching The Living Daylights.
Did you?
Mhm.
Interesting. How old were you when you pissed yourself
Well, that
watching
would
this
have been,
movie?
I reckon that would have been upon release. It was at a cinema.
Hmm.
It was actually on a cruise ship cinema.
A cruise ship cinema.
Yeah, so
Okay.
that's what, 1988. I would have been 9.
Okay.
Maybe it was the
Okay.
next year. Maybe No, 88, I think. It was 88 because it was the year of the bicentenary.
Oh, fancy.
Yeah.
Did you have too much Coke or were you like just too scared and you pissed your pants? Like,
I
what was
wasn't
the situation in
Well,
which you pissed your pants?
the truth is, like, I was a bit scared of the movie to begin with, right? Because it's called The Living Daylights. That's just a James Bond movie.
Mm,
But the word living in the title, as a little boy, I already knew the movie The Living Dead. And so I
hmm
just sort of, my brain was like, The Living Daylights, no, I can't, But no, that's not the reason I pissed my pants. I hadn't drunk too much. I was just busting before I went in.
Okay. And you're like me, you don't like to go out in the movie, you like to hang on.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'll hold it. I'll hold it.
Yeah. Okay. Who were you with? Were you with other people or was it just like, were you with parents
I
or
was with
family?
my stepsister and two friends we met on the cruise.
Okay. Did they make fun of you? Was it like a horrifying experience? Are you traumatized?
Well, the two friends didn't know, but my stepsister kind of gave me her top to wrap around me, like you
Hmm.
do, and just she took me back to the cabin to help me
Yeah.
change.
I I really think this is a true story.
It's false.
No.
Yeah, yeah. I
No.
actually shit myself.
Is that true?
Well, I mean, yes, but not during that movie.
Oh my gosh, you're funny.
On that particular cruise, my stepsister and myself were with two people we met on the cruise, and we're walking back to our cabin, and I discreetly drop a fart and followed through.
Followed through.
Yeah, and only my stepsister knew.
You can't trust a fart. You
No,
can't. You
so
can't
there you
trust a
go.
fart.
You tell
Oh
me
my goodness.
something.
So when I was living in America, when I was
Living in America.
when I was living in America, I was 18. I was over at summer camp. And I got roofied.
Well, that's taking it into a dark place. Okay,
Sorry.
so was this on the camp premises?
No, no.
Okay, so how old were you at the time?
18.
18, you said that. Okay, and
Yeah.
I'm going to assume you were out at a bar.
No, we weren't out at a bar. It was a group of people from girls' camp and a group of people from boys' camp. And it was our day off, and we met up at like a little, it was like this cluster of hotel, well, not
Hmm.
hotel, it was like a motel, like in that U shape. And we met up there for like a party.
Was it uh, a really out of control kind of party?
No,
No. Okay. Did How long did it take before you realized you were roofied?
not long.
And was it a case of
Like,
the room spinning?
well, I was actually just out with my friends. We were gonna head back to
Okay.
camp that night. And
This
I
is
ended up having to book a hotel room while the whole world was spinning. I had to leave the reception place, vomit in the garden bed, and then come back and finish booking my hotel room.
this is true.
So I could stay there the
This
night.
is true.
It's so true. I took
Horrible.
a jelly shot out of some rando's trunk of their car. And about 10 minutes later, my whole world was just tips upside down. And I don't know how I managed to even like have the thought, book a hotel room and go
Yeah.
stay in there and lock yourself in there. But I did.
That's I mean, Jesus, like that story is horrific. Um, Cautionary tale.
Cautionary tale. Oh
like
my God,
we
don't do it, guys.
like well, I mean, you and I are the last people to victim blame, but also don't take a stranger's drink from a trunk.
Oh no, no. Young Chloe was so dumb. She was so sheltered and green. And like my mum doesn't even know this story. I haven't
Well,
even told her
she
this. So
does
if she's
now.
listening to this, I'm gonna get a phone call. But I did so many stupid things while I was overseas. I should have been arrested and deported. Like it was bad.
Wow.
Yeah.
I'm gonna pick your brain after this show.
Tell me another story.
Okay. Back in the day, I switched a video store's rental copy of Inner Space with a blank tape.
Is this when you owned the video store?
No, so Inner Space is a movie from the late 80s, so this probably would have been early 90s. I would have been just a preteen that I always hired from the video store. And you know, I loved In the Space so much, and it hadn't been on television yet for me to tape, so I switched the tapes out and put a blank one in and returned that.
So so you did it when you were at home.
So you rent a
Oh, so
movie.
you rented it, took it home, and switched it with the blank tape.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. I thought you were doing it like in the store, like while you were in the store. I'm like, but they didn't used to keep the
No,
tapes in the actual cases.
it's
Okay.
so I could keep it for myself.
Yeah. Yeah. But wouldn't they have like gone to like rewind it or check it and then noticed and then would have like
Well,
fined you or
I was
something?
very clever.
Mm-hmm.
So not only did it wasn't just a case of pulling the stickers off and putting them onto a blank tape. I
Mm-hmm.
actually opened the case of the VHS, took the spools out, and put the spools from a blank VHS into it, and then screwed it back up again, put it in the case. And so for them, it was the exact same casing and sticker that they always had in the cover.
Oh
I'm a
my
good boy, so I
goodness.
return all of my. I mean, I rewind all of my returns, so they didn't have to
Yeah,
check it.
totally good. Totally
I'm
good.
guessing it was the next person that rented it said, "Hey, there's nothing on this."
What was the video place called?
It was an independent store. It would have been like a video. It wasn't even Video Busters. I don't think it had a franchise name. I just think it was a mum and pop store.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, which is
I reckon
that
you definitely did this.
no, that was a lie.
Oh my God.
I thought about it many times though.
Oh my Lord.
I'm too honest for my own good in things like that. I couldn't bring myself to do that sort of thing.
You're too good. You're too goody two shoes. You have a conscience and you wouldn't be able to do it.
There we
Oh my
go.
God, that's
All
so
right.
funny. You're
Yeah.
so convincing.
Well, that's the name of the game.
It's worrying.
All right.
All
Go for it.
right. So when I was 21,
Mhm.
I was living in central Queensland. I'd moved to a mining town.
You've been
Um,
around.
I have, and my boyfriend at the time, which is now my husband, we lived in the middle of nowhere, so we decided that we wanted to go 2 hours to the coast to go to the movies and have a date night. We went and had the date night at the movies. Shit went down, and myself and my husband ended up making a citizen's arrest.
Arrest for what?
Public nudity.
Oh. Isn't that something your husband takes great pride in?
He's actually very modest, and just not in
Okay.
public.
Okay, so the public nudity was at the cinema?
Yes,
In the cinema.
yes.
Was it loony or was it people fucking?
No, it was just some man who decided to get up in the middle of the movies, stand up, and have his thing hanging out for everyone to see.
The main attraction.
A little bit of the helicopter, you know how it goes. Just
Hang on, you've
yeah,
just thrown a helicopter into the whole situation here.
yeah.
All right. So that leads me towards this being a fabrication. It's almost like
Okay,
you've doubled down on the lie
okay.
by adding the helicopter.
I'm sorry, but when you see a man and then make a citizen's arrest on him, you remember what he's doing with his wang out in front of everybody.
Okay.
It's just not something that you forget. It's kind of burned into
So
the
whose
brain.
idea was it between you and your husband to make the citizen's arrest?
Mine, because I'm a flight risk. I'm very action, straight into it. So it was actually my husband was making the call to the cops. I was the one that was trying to take him down along with another two blokes that were there with their girlfriends. Um,
Did you happen to touch his dick?
no, I didn't.
Okay. Well, I mean,
We
you're
kind
gonna
of
take down someone that's helicoptering. Like, there's a good possibility you're gonna touch a little bit of it.
so the two guys actually like put him to the ground and I was kind of like holding his wrists behind his back. And he kept screaming out while we were holding him.
What
He
was he
kept saying,
screaming?
he was saying, Flugelhorn, Flugelhorn. And the guys were like, shut the fuck up. What the fuck are you even saying? And he's like, it's my safe word.
I think that Flugelhorn is one of the greatest things I've heard in years. A naked guy
It's
crying
really
out
hard to keep a
Flugelhorn.
straight face when
Yeah,
you're holding a guy
Flugelhorn.
down with his dick out and he's screaming Flugelhorn.
We have got a name for this episode now. Um, Flugelhorn. It's got to be true.
It's not at all.
No. It's funny. I thought this was a lie all the way through until Flugelhorn for some reason. I'm like, how did she possibly come up with Flugelhorn if it's not true?
Oh my God, I'm so proud of myself right now. You have no idea. I did used to live in central Queensland though. That's all true. Yeah.
Yeah. No, there's got to be some fact in the fiction, you know?
Yeah.
Oh
yeah.
my God, that's hilarious.
That's
Good
so
one.
funny.
Good one.
Oh goodness.
Oh, far out. That's I think that's the end of the show.
It's gotta be, hasn't it?
Or do we have another game to play? No?
Do we?
Haven't
Did we do the other one? Flugelhorn! Flugelhorn!
No, we've only done 2 games. We've only done 2 games. We've got one more to go.
So tell me.
Yeah, okay.
Tell me.
Yeah.
Have you ever Netflix and chilled?
I suspected this was a question that was going to come up. No, I haven't.
No.
No.
Wow.
No. Oh, you mean by myself though?
No. Flugelhorn. Oh, you gotta get on it, mate.
You know how much I love movies.
Mm-hmm.
I'm actually like now you say I'm trying to think back to all the movies my wife and I have watched together. Like there's been couch action for sure, but I'm like during a movie, don't think so.
Oh, there you go. One for your bucket list.
Lied about having seen a movie. Have you ever done that?
Lied about having seen a movie.
Yep. Like, you know, your friends are saying like, you know, oh, you know, have you seen that movie? And you're like, yeah, it was great. But you haven't seen
No,
it.
I don't think so.
No?
No, I don't think so. Unless I told them that I'd seen Speed and I actually
No, that's
haven't
cool.
until
It's
this
it's a
week.
very common thing. Like, you know, I talk about movies with people all the time, and you can tell when somebody hasn't seen it, but they say they have, just because they're trying to fit in with the conversation, don't want to
Yeah.
feel shamed or for not seeing something. Okay,
Yeah,
cool.
no, I don't care that much
No,
in all honesty.
no.
I'm happy to accept my faults. So no, I don't think so. Nothing's springing to my mind.
Yep, cool.
Tell me,
Mhm.
because you do a lot of interviews
Mhm.
for your job, have you ever had to cut an interview short because that person was just too ridiculous? Like you couldn't carry on with it.
Yeah, yeah,
You
for
don't
sure.
have to name and shame if you don't want to, but
No, I
like,
definitely have. There's been some interviews where they just talk and talk and talk and just go around in circles. A good example, and it's not actually no, I'm not going to name this person. Ben and I did an interview together with somebody, and we anticipated this to be a 15, 20-minute interview, and it ended up being like 90 minutes. This person just went
whoa.
on, and both Ben and I had actual work to get done. And you could see us looking at each other through the camera, like, you know, what the fuck is going on? And I had to pretty much wrap this person up in the middle of a whatever the fuck they were prattling on about, and just said, "Look, dude, we've got to go. We've really got to go. Like, we haven't
have
got time."
lives.
Yeah, and it wasn't me even saying, you know, look, you know what, we're just about out of time. It was just me saying, dude, like, we have to go.
Yep. Completely fair. But they
Yeah.
weren't acting like ridiculous or anything. They just kept talking, basically.
Yeah, but just off topic and yeah.
They just
It's
wanted to be your
it's happened a
friend.
couple of other times too, but I definitely won't name and shame some of those people. But yeah, yes.
Nice.
So I'm wondering, have you ever stayed up all night to binge watch something and then called in sick the next day?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, excellent.
100%. I'm
Excellent.
pretty sure it was when like Bridgerton came out or something, and that was the last time I did that. Because yeah, I think I stayed up till like 3 something in the morning and I had to get up at like 6 for work, and I was like, yeah, that's not happening. Just might just stay home and watch it again.
That's right. Season 2, here we come.
Yep. Um, have you ever like done like a grease and like snuck into the movie theater in like a boot of a car or anything like that?
Yep. My father snuck me into the drive-in to see National Lampoon's Vacation.
Yes, what a
Yes. So it
legend.
was on the back seat, sorry, on the floor of the back seat with a rug, picnic rug over the top.
Is that so he didn't have to pay for you, or because you weren't old enough to technically see that movie yet?
Probably both, but more to the point of just not wanting to pay for me. Because
Yep,
my
yep,
my my
cool.
step my step stepsister was under there as well.
That's so brilliant.
She's getting quite
I
a few
love
shout
that.
outs on this show.
She is. Hi.
Hi, Sheree.
Hi, Sheree.
um, what have we got here? So, have you ever had a movie themed birthday party?
Yes,
And it was?
Shrek.
Oh, you've told me this. I should have
Yeah.
known.
My 11th birthday party, I had a Shrek cake. I wore a Shrek t-shirt. We watched Shrek on VHS because I got it for my birthday. And my friend Lauren, who I will name on here, she watched that VHS with me. I can't even tell you how many times. And I would sit there and I would recite the movie. I was that person that would sit there and recite every single word to the movie. I loved it that much.
I like
Even
that
the
boulder.
karaoke part at the end, like I knew it all.
That's
I
a
knew it
nice
all.
boulder.
Yeah, definitely. Have you ever counted all of your DVDs?
Yep. Not the current number that I have now, but back in the day when I even had more than this, yes. I used to catalog them. I had a catalog on my computer where I could scan them.
Wow.
And because I bought home like an old version of whatever program we had at the video store, so I had a scanner, went beep beep beep, and so I had
Hmm.
them all documented. There's also a software that I replaced it with called Delicious Library, which I think still exists, and you can just download it for free, upgrade for more features, and it has a webcam that recognizes the barcode on your DVDs. So you just go like that, and it
Oh,
finds it,
wow.
puts it in your computer. And the beauty of that is that when your friends borrow something, you know who's got it.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Yep.
that's
Unless they
why.
switch it out for a blank one.
Oh, you're a funny girl. And that's
Pesky.
that's why I started counting them and noting what I've got. I don't do it anymore, and there's quite a few things that are missing, and I can't remember
Hmm.
who I've lent them to.
You don't know what it is. How
Yeah.
many was it at your last count? Do you remember?
That's back when I would have had about 5,000 or so. Now I reckon I'm down to about 2.5, 3,000.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, I sold a whole lot. And that was back when I had VHS as well, so there was a shit ton of that as on top
For
of
those
the
who aren't watching, they're just listening, Glenn's background is just bookshelves of all of his catalog just there. And it amazes me to this day. I love it.
Yeah, there's more over there and there's more over there.
Hmm.
Yeah, it's you got to surround
The
yourself with things.
dream.
Yeah, well, it's like this is my happy place, you
Well,
know.
when I came to your place for, I think we
100th
were doing
episode.
the 100th episode. That's right. And you were setting stuff up, and all I was doing was just looking at all the DVDs, going, "Oh, that one! Oh, that one!"
That's the
I was,
problem whenever you have anyone over, they spend the first half an hour just like distracted by movie
yeah,
titles.
I was like a kid in the candy shop. It was good.
Um, so I'm wondering about have you ever lied to someone and told them you haven't seen a movie, but then pretended, or so that you could watch it with them, pretending it was your first time?
Oh,
So, like, it might be you didn't want to
uh,
break their heart. Like, it could, let's just pretend it's your husband. And he's like, have you seen Top Gun? Let's say you had seen Top Gun, but you're like, no, I haven't. So you watch it with him and he thinks it's your first time. So it's a
oh,
special moment for him.
it's not that special for him. He
No,
doesn't
well,
really
he was an
care that
example. It
much,
could be
to be
anybody. It could
honest.
be anybody. I was just pulling him into it
Um,
for an example.
yes. Now that I think about that, my mum and I always had a tradition of the big blockbuster movies that used to come out.
Yeah.
And it was a tradition for us to go and see them together. We'd go in gold class or we'd go to the drive-ins. We'd make it really special because
Yeah.
they always came out around my birthday as well. And then while I was in America doing camp, one of the Harry Potters came out and she said, do not go and see it without me. It's our thing. And I said, yep, 100%, I will not. I went and saw it. And she found out.
Oh, so
Yeah.
she found out about that, but not the roofie.
No, I chose not to tell her
Oh,
that.
so you let the cat out of the bag with the movie.
Yeah, I kind of did. I'm really bad at keeping secrets as well. Just like, well, I mean, big secrets I'll keep. Like, I kept the roofie thing a secret for like
I was
15
about to
years.
say, note to her friends. She can't keep secret.
No, just like
Yeah.
nonsensical things like that. I was just like, yeah, I saw her when I was over in the States. She's like, you bitch. She was
But
so
you
mad.
didn't. You didn't because it wasn't the same title.
It was like
It was the Sorcerer's
Half-Blood
Stone over there.
Prince.
Oh,
No,
so it wasn't the
Half-Blood
first
Prince.
one.
No, I was 11 when the first one came out.
Fucking hell. Fucking hell. I'm older than you. I forget these things.
Yeah, no, it was like Half-Blood Prince or something like that.
Okay. All
It
right.
was 2018, so
Yeah.
whenever.
Well, that's
Yeah.
right. And you did say.
No,
Anyway.
it wasn't 2018, 2008. Sorry.
We should wrap this fucking show up now. This
Yeah,
is
I gotta go to bed, man.
Oh, God damn it. Okay. Well, thank you everybody for watching, listening, whatever it is you did.
To whatever the hell this was.
What was it? A Flugelhorns? Is that what it was
Yeah.
called? Yeah,
Yeah.
Flugelhorns. Hope you enjoyed the Flugelhorn. If you're listening to this, I actually did a reenactment of the Flugelhorn moment on camera. You've missed it. There's no one here to take me down. And Chloe just triggered onto what I was saying.
Put it away and finish the show, Glenn. All right, man.
GoodMovieMonday.com is the website. Click on the Update tab and all of our videos, past episodes, all that kind of stuff is there. Thank you, everyone, and thank you, Chloe, and we'll do it again next week.
Woohoo!
Flugel
Flugel the horn.
horn.